Hey guys, what's going on today? We're just going to go over a Adobe Premiere walkthrough, and I'm just going to make this super simple for you guys so you can get familiar with the program before you open it, and let's get started. So I just downloaded some clips offline that we can just mess around with just for time's sake. Importing files is super easy. Just go to your project, double click on the file that you want, and it'll be right here. You can start a new bin if you want to start organizing. I actually don't like this setup that I have going on here. Let's see. There, this one's a lot better. And you can kind of organize them like this. Usually if I am working, I have my video tab, my audio tab, and so on and so forth. In order to start a new sequence, you just can right click and just click new item, sequence, or you can do Command N, which also works. Let's just select something easy for now. Let's see what I want here. We'll just do standard. So we have just a normal sequence in our timeline. In order just to bring a clip down, you could just drag it from here and bring it down into the timeline, which is pretty convenient. There's really no tricks or hassle to this program. It's pretty cut and paste. So as you can see, I have my clip in the timeline. It displays in my program monitor. I can right click here and do set the frame size, and this will basically just set my clip to where it needs to be. Over here you have your tools. These are all just kind of tools that you can use if you want to select multiple tracks. If I had, let's say, 4 or 5 tracks here, it'll select them all and I can move it in my timeline. Here is my razor blade tool, which will just help me cut clips in half, and I can drag them out and do whatever you want with those. So that's a pretty easy feature. And then you have your effects in here as well. Let's see where I can find those. I don't know where those are hiding. Here they are. Okay, so here's my effects tab, and if I can find out where that clip just went, that would help. Let's just drag it back in here for time's sake. So you have your effects tab here, and you have audio effects, a bunch of reverb, stuff like that, denoisers, audio transitions, crossfades. This is pretty easy to use as well. You can just drag it down to my bottom file here, and that will basically just build in my audio. You have video transitions, 3D motions, there's a bunch of stuff here, and basically that's just for clips if you want to add in a transition from one clip to another. There's a bunch of little presets that they have there that are pretty useful. And you have your video effects here too. You have stylize effects. Those will just kind of be your basic stylizing look to your videos. Did that even do anything? I don't even know. Where did that go? Alpha glow. No, we don't have an alpha channel. Okay, so we can go ahead and just get rid of that. You get the point. There's a bunch of effects. You can tool around with them. They're really easy to use, really useful. So it really doesn't take much time to get used to. Another thing you can do is expand your tracks. I'm just using my mouse wheel here, and this is how I can get my waveforms to show. And if I want to do this with my video too as well, and then we can zoom in on my timeline to really get these waveforms to show. From here you can use pen tools and stuff like that. You can add keyframes, and this will basically build in my audio. You can easily put these into easy ease and change these benzer handles too, depending on how you want your transition to build in or build out. So that's another useful feature, and you can do the same thing up here with the opacity of your videos as well. And you can pretty much do this with every effect. They have keyframe handles and keyframe I guess settings that you can customize. So it's a really easy feature to use. What else do we need to know? There's easy color corrections in here too, just by using curves. If you want something basic, RGB curves is fine. And this will basically let you brighten up your video, lower it down, change greens, reds, kind of however you want to stylize it. So another really easy feature that you can use. Let's go on to export settings and stuff like that. We don't really need to get into all this. It's just basic movements within your timeline, trimming time off or adding time on, and time remapping and stuff like that. Also, if you want to go in here and you can change the duration of your clip if you want to slow it down or speed it up. Really easy feature to use. And that's pretty much it. There's also a title marker in here. You can create a new title just to sit over your current frame. So if I just want to say like, hey, welcome to my toot, I can go ahead and do that, and it will automatically save that title in my project here, and I can just drag that over on top of my thing, and it'll just come up in my in my project window. Little cool skateboarding clip there. So you have those effects, pretty easy to navigate in here as well. You have snap features too. If I want to, you know, drag this along, it won't snap to anything, but if I want it to snap to something, I can have my snap included, and it will kind of jump and connect to other clips or other effects. And what else can we go through? Magnifying glass, that will just zoom in my timeline, zoom out of my timeline. This one here, I believe this one, no, it's this one here. This one will add time or remove time from your sequence. Can't even remember if I'm doing the right one. One of these will do that. I don't really know. These buttons are whack right now. But you get the gist of how the program works. I'm trying to do this real quick for you guys, see if I can do it under 5 minutes. And then let's go on to export settings. So whenever you have your clip ready to go and you want to export it, you can just click Command M or Control M, whatever you're using. I also have my Premiere set up short keys to Premiere CS6, so your keys might not be the same. If you want to change those, you can go up to File and where are they? Preferences or keyboard shortcuts, sorry. And you can kind of change it. I have my Premiere Pro default. You have CS6 here, Avid, and you can go Final Cut as well. So if you're familiar with those, you can easily change over to those keyboard shortcuts. So if we want to export our clip, we can just go to File, Export, Media. Mine's Control M. Yours might be Command M. And you can check off whatever you'd like to do. I usually do H.264 match source high bit rate. That just ensures that you have quality and it's matching the raw footage that you, or maybe not the raw footage, but the footage that you imported, so it doesn't mess up the quality too much. And then you can either queue it to your render queue or just export it straight from Premiere as well. So if you don't have the media encoder, it's something else that'll work really well. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything here for you guys. You can add markers if you want to. Oh, that's not a marking. You can mark ins and outs, I's and O's for keyboard shortcuts, which is pretty convenient if you have more than one video on a timeline, or more than one video on your sequence that you need to export out. You can also add markers here and label them. If you want to double click, you can, you know, let's just say he does his ollie right here, so I know that when I go to that point, that's going to be his ollie. Let's see, anything else? And everything kind of works congruently too. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but you know what I mean. All of the effects that you apply are all going to have the same sort of layout and settings. If you want to add a keyframe to a I don't even have my clip anymore. If you want to add a keyframe to your clip, all you have to do is just drag your clip in here, of course, or keyframe to your effect, sorry. You can just do a corner pin. Don't really know what this does yet, but we'll see. And then you can come up here and let's say I want to do upper left, and I don't really know what it's going to do. Cool, so it does that. And then we can go here for a little bit and then just scale that back down to 0. And then you have your little keyframe editor over here too to your right. You can add these. I don't even know. Can you do anything with these? Oh, okay, so you can change them into linear, Benzira, easy ease, and you can mess around with the handles in the timeline down here as well. So that's pretty much Premiere in a nutshell. If you guys have anything else that you would like to know, just feel free to comment and I can include that in the next tutorial or something like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it helps you guys out too. See ya.